Before this video gets started, I do want to say that the following sort of gameplay is going to be weirdly zoomed in, and I just want to apologise for that. I recently moved to a 1440p monitor and sort of recording in 1440p and such. It seems like the game capture didn't scale properly in OBS. So I just want to apologise for that. It has been fixed now. And yes, it's going to be really weirdly zoomed in to the corner, the top left corner a little bit. So yeah, I do apologise. It has been fixed. Hopefully you guys still enjoy the video anyway. Hello everybody, I'm Joshua Fails and welcome back to our How To series on Cities Skylines 2. In the last episode, we built out our farming sector, and yeah, looks really nice, and produces a healthy amount of product. If we go to our production tab here, and you see we've got a very healthy amount of surplus for the grain, livestock, vegetables, and as well as the cotton as well. And yeah, that is what we did in the last episode. Which is bringing in a little bit of money as well, which is really nice. And today in this episode, we're sort of going to work on the tax a little bit and just expand our town. So not necessarily like a really focused how to, but just, yeah, just how to, you know, manage the tax and just expand your town a little bit. And I think as well, I want to expand over this way a little bit. Because it's a little bit of a hill, but I think it's flat enough where we can get some really nice buildings in. But to start off then, let's just figure out the tax, shall we? So if we go to our economy, we have the taxation tab, which I believe you unlock when you hit the small village milestone. And by default is on 10% for all three. And I find that having it about between 13% is like sort of the upper limit before they start like complaining that the tax is a little bit too high. So I'm very basic with how the tax goes. I always back it up to about 13% for every industry, and then that's the I sort of leave it as it is. You can expand each tax bracket and like fine tune, adjust the taxes, but I don't necessarily do that. I just keep it all at 13%. If you have got like an industry that is like struggling, you can lower the tax a little bit, but for the most part, like 13% is going to be completely fine. Now, if we whack this on 3 times... Now, usually as well, when you adjust the tax rate, it affects the demand that you have for your city. But I think because we're like a fairly balanced city as it is, the demand doesn't change that much. And you can see here, if you hover over our money, we've gone from about 5,000, over 3,000 an hour to over 5,000 an hour now. So... And that is with just the tax changes, so yeah, it does bring in a lot more money, and obviously it sort of compounds the more people you have in your city. So I think I do want to expand the town, but for a little bit of like ease of use, I want to connect up our main town to the industrial industry, so they don't have to go through the highway to get to this the main part of town. And I think I'm quite simply going to get the middle of you and do that. It's a very simple connection, but yeah, this allows the trucks to as I said, travel through the town. Yeah, and like people get into work as well, right? So they don't have to go through this highway. And I think as well, before we expand the residential, I do want to expand the industrial industry. And yeah, we've got a little bit of demand for it, and we need more work spots available. Oh, this is quite hilly, isn't it? So if we go into our landscaping tools, is this called landscaping? Yeah, landscaping. We have some terrain adjustment tools. So we've got the soften, which we just made this a little bit smaller. Basically, yeah, just the terrain a little bit. Just a nice, like, eases into the hill, right? You see here, we've got the hill here. Level is self-explanatory. It essentially just levels out. So you right-click, say here, right-click to get the level or set the target. And then you would hold left-click to adjust. You can see it there. Adjusting quite nicely. You can see it creates a big hill there. So maybe that's not quite the height that we want to go with. Maybe about here. We'll adjust it like so. We'll build it out like so. And the difference between City Skylines 1 and City Skylines 2 is these terrain tools don't cost anything. So in Cities 1, they cost money, we'll see with how much you do. But thankfully in Cities 2, it does not cost any of your city's budget, which is really nice. And then yeah, if we go with a little bit of smoothing on the edges there, just sort of blend it in a little bit. Obviously there's spots where you maybe want a cliff, just obviously for purely decorational purposes, but I really like having it as like a nice little gradual slope. So now we can expand this a little bit. I think I'm going to do an additional block like so. And then expand here. So 2 blocks, that's going to be 224. About there, perfect. There you go. I hope you guys are enjoying the radio as well. It's quite funky, it seems like. And funny enough, in between last episode and this episode, the game has updated a little bit. And now includes road zones in vanilla, so you can actually like manually deselect zoning on the road, so left hand side or right hand side, left hand side, and that sort of just neatens up the zoning tools a little bit. So here, for example, we are not going to have any zoning at all on this dirt road here. So we go to the left side of the road and sort of just click down. And that disables all of the zoning there. As we could do that on the other side of the road as well. And yeah, sort of cleans up the zoning. And yeah, just self-explanatory really, but really nice to have. Really nice to have. Yeah, okay, so we expanded you. Let's now go plop down our industry like that. Yeah, we'll leave it on 1 times. For it to, oh, look at that. Lots and lots of demand. We do have a little bit of demand for commercial as well. So I think for now, we'll just use the... Oh yeah, I do have, obviously between last episode and this episode now, I do have the Bridges and Ports DLC. We're not going to be... that's going to be like a dedicated video of sort of what's in that DLC a lot later once we've expanded. So don't worry about that. But let's get a little bit more commercial in, I think. I think right here, a nice little 3x3 commercial there. I think maybe a 4x4 here. There we go. And then right on the edge, we'll do a couple of spots there as well. Even though the demand is there, I don't like placing down too many commercial because it feels like it overpowers the amount of sort of residents you actually have. And yeah, I'm going to leave this area open here because I feel like maybe some transport when we do that. We can fill that in. Maybe have a little bit of a transport hub here. Who knows? But let's expand it. let's expand. I think I'm going to expand about into like here. This is near the school. And yeah, we sort of dug out a a road a little bit there. So let's go into our terrain tools. Yeah, you can see it's on a little bit of a hill. So let's actually quickly purchase a new tile. Oh, these are big tiles, eh? And for some reason, okay, it seems like on this map, purchasing tiles doesn't cost anything. But keep that in mind when you do purchase tiles, it does cost a fair bunch. Especially if you've got tile upkeep as well. I play without any tile upkeep. Just because I don't really like how it's done, so just keep that in mind. But for the purpose of this series, it's completely fine. And yeah, we've got a massive region now. That is fantastic. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I do want to sort of flatten it out a little bit, not too much. If we just grab on the soften tool. Yeah, we can sort of level it out this way in a very like subtle way. I think though I am going to use the level tool for this. And I think if we keep it as this level here, all across, it lowers down quite a fair bit. Oh, there we go, milestone 3, we're now a large village. We do get a little bit of a cash bonus and some development points as well, but that's fine. Have a look how we can unlock in a second. So, oh yeah, it goes down, okay. To do something like this, I might... Yeah, I'm gonna delete you, I'm gonna redraw the road afterwards. So, about there. There we go, and I'm gonna use the soften terrain tool there, just to sort of blend it in, make it make sense. There we go. Perfect, there we go. So that looks a lot more natural. Okay. Let's watch we had this road, didn't we? Yeah. Let's build this out. We'll go to about 224 once again. And yeah, like just this little block here, I think gonna work out really well. So do 224 again. No, can I turn off the snapping like so? There we go, perfect. And then, yeah, just a couple of blocks like so. Very simple. And also, play around with the shapes if you want. But I'm just keeping it very simple for the video. There we go, very nice. I think I do want some more of the low density housing here, and then around sort of the edges we can have the medium row housing. We do have a little bit of apartments. That might be, we might sprinkle some apartments around, but I think for now we'll zone these two here. We'll put it on 3 times just to speed it on a little bit. And then I think, yeah, let's do some apartments, so think maybe in the corner here do a 3x3 apartment. Is that perfect? Yeah. Yeah, do a couple of apartments around here. There we go. I like having the smaller apartments. I feel like it makes a little bit more sense. There we go. So spread that out a little bit, and then in the middle we can have the townhousing. There we go. Huh. Maybe get rid of you, give you a chance to build there. Oh, we've now got no demand. Okay, that's fine. We'll leave it as that. That is all good. We'll zone there as well. So we'll leave that to build. Right, so now that we're a large village, we have unlocked... Spawn 1 times, actually. We've unlocked fire and rescue and the police. Now, your citizens will start complaining about like break-ins and obviously fires. Now that we have unlocked this, so I like to get the fire one down first, and then when people start complaining, about break-ins is when I place down the police. But it's very expensive. But let's get the fire up. And where should we? Yeah, I want to keep this. Yeah, have this block here as a services block. So I think we put fire down there. It covers our entire town, and we are perfectly fine. Later in the video, I think we'll place down the police. But yeah, oh look at this. Yeah, I like this. I like this sized apartments. Holds 14 households in total, which is absolutely wonderful. You might be able to see a lot more cars are sort of tracking towards this area now. And the thing that we are going to unlock with our development points is the parking areas and then the roundabouts as well. And the cool thing about the roundabouts is, yeah, that we've unlocked the bigger roundabouts. So we can have a medium roundabout like so. There we go. Just to give the people a little bit more room to operate around the roundabout. But now, we've also unlocked cul-de-sacs, the bigger cul-de-sacs. We're not going to play around with that too much, but we do have now parking lots. And these are really, really handy if you don't necessarily want your people sort of parking on the streets like so. Like we've got here. And yeah. It feels like it neatens up the town a little bit, right? So I think here would be a fantastic spot for a car park. We maybe get one that matches. Yeah, look at that. Medium car park. Perfect, we'll place you down. Okay, we'll leave it on 3 times for a little bit. And yeah, there you go. You can see this sort of starting to track in now. What I like to do as well is to sort of encourage citizens to park in actual car parks. Is if we go to our cities, we haven't unlocked. Okay, we haven't unlocked city policies just yet. That is the next milestone, which we might hit today. Who knows? But that might be our next episode thing. But you can sort of charge the street parking, and that encourages them to park in an actual car park. But yeah, I like the distribution here. This is looking nice. It's doing great. Let's leave it on 3 times. Keep slowing it down. Let's leave it on 3 times though to get the population in. And yeah, I think we can start preparing another block. I might do another low density block here. So I really like to start out with low density, and then sort of do a purposeful blocks and stuff for the apartments. But let's get a nice little. Oh, let's turn on our snapping again. There we go. 2 nice little blocks there. And then we'll get the normal low density in as well. Wonderful. We have unlocked specialized, more specialized industry. So we've got the coal mining. We've unlocked ore mining now as well. But yeah, as I said before, it is miles away. So we're not going to be doing any of that. I do want to set up some stone though. Because if we go to our production tab, as you can see here, we're importing all of our stone. Also, stone is used in the concrete, and you use concrete to build your houses that you zone. So it's very important to sort of get a lot of stone production in, so then your factories can make the most amount of concrete that they can. And I do want to do that. I'm not sure where we can put it though. Maybe over here. So I feel yeah, our town is going to expand upwards and through here especially. Which is obviously a long way away from from our industrial industry. So I'm thinking the stone mining can be placed anywhere, right? So you don't need to worry about that. Thinking this by this tile. let's just start. We could do like a nice little small bridge, I think, over. But let's get in this. So we can place it down and then place down like the road later on. I think something over a little bit. So something like that. Then I think for now, we'll just do like a very simple box shape. So the circle going around this plot is like how far you can build the layout, right? It's the same thing with the farms in the previous episode. So if we do something like so, keep it sort of, let's keep it box shape. We don't need too much stone to begin with, and now we need a bridge, which should be fine. I'm gonna pause just to sort of focus on this. Make sure to sort of force it to be elevated as well, just so it doesn't cause any like weirdness with the river. I'm gonna lift it up just slightly as well. Yeah, I'm gonna lift this up a little bit more. Maybe try and fit a boat across here, because yeah, this is one massive lake. Yeah, this doesn't actually, although technically there's an outside connection, so it classes as an ocean as well. Huh. A little bit weird, but yeah, technically this is just all one big massive lake, right? Yeah, it doesn't even not even deep enough over here. Okay, okay. So the only connection is just one tiny little canal. Huh. Interesting. Okay, anyway. So I have about, raised about 5 meters. Then I'm just going to draw out like so. Perfect. And then turn off the force elevation. Select you. Turn off the elevation, excuse me. And then sort of connect you like so. There you go. It raises up towards the bridge. And then let's get this stone quarry sort of connected. Grab you. And we can put it straight towards there. There we go. Perfect. But now, I don't think bridges. We select you. We select the energy actually. Okay, now bridges do carry along the electricity. They don't carry along. Oh, they do. Okay, never mind them. Huh. Maybe that was an update. But I remember before where bridges wouldn't carry across the pipes or the electricity. But anyway, back to 3 times. We've got this operational now. As you can see soon, once it updates, people will start working and produce a lot of stone. And then that will also produce us a lot of money. So, yeah, sort of what comes around kind of thing, right? Oh my gosh, that's massive. Ah, there we go. People working there, perfect. Start producing stone already. Sweet. Happy with that. Our demand is fantastic. I think between episodes as well, we'll just sort of expand episodes slightly just to get the population in. I think because in the next episode, I want to get, once we unlock it, I want to get buses in, because buses is like, or like public transport in general is just like a really fun mechanic to play with, and I really enjoy it. So I think that's what we'll do in the next episode. I think as well. Here, I want to get another car park in. Maybe one that's not as big. We'll do a small, yeah, a nice little small car park there as well. We can even put in some footpaths, I think. Turn off snapping. This might even be like a dedicated episode itself. Is like how to make like your city walkable and stuff. But there we go. It's looking good so far, right? Looking good. You can see there, yeah. Getting a little bit of a rise in density. Now 1,500 population. Very, very cool. And yeah, do you want to do want to expand this way as well, I think. So this is on a hill. Oh, this is on a steep hill. Maybe I don't want to expand this way. I don't necessarily like how housing and stuff is dealt with on hills, so I might just leave that as is. This little bit here though, could probably do a little bit of a block here. Perhaps if we go a little bit out here, not. There we go. So not a big block. Just a little bit. I think we could do some town housing here. Or some row housing, I should say, sorry. And let's use the new not sound barrier, the road zones tool, and sort of deselect zoning on the edges here. There we go. So then the housing will be snapped to these roads here, I think, yeah. Row housing, select you down. Wonderful. Again, a lot of housing in now, perfect. Absolutely wonderful. Just this entire area. It's looking really good, eh? Looking very busy as well, you can see here. On the roads. But now that it's been a little bit of time at the stone quarry is up and running, let's go back to our production tab and have a look. Yeah, you can see here it's sort of scaling up, so we're not producing as much stone as we can just yet. And it's quite hard to see, but this is what this blue line here is. I think I explained it in the last episode as well. But that's like our total amount that we can make. So as time goes on, this blue bar here will fill up, and it will be in the surplus in no time, which is fantastic. Absolutely love that. We do need to get like oil and stuff in as well. Laser on. I don't think we've unlocked that yet, have we? No. That'll be soon though. That will be soon. Oh, been a little bit of an incident. What on earth has happened here? There's a person there. Has this person been ejected from the vehicle? Oh, it's gone now. Another person was ejected from the vehicle. Oh god, that's scary, isn't it? Ah, but there you go. Just beautiful. It's just beautiful. It really is. Yeah, it just really is. Very nice. So I think we're going to leave this episode off here. Hopefully this has sort of helped you a little bit with sort of what to think when you want to sort of expand your town a little bit more, right? So think of like, yeah, where you want your blocks, what like main streets are going to be sort of supplying your new blocks, and yeah. Then a little bit of the next episode as well will dedicate to sort of managing traffic a little bit and sort of using the sort of vanilla tools and like the roundabouts and the traffic lights as well. Like how you can use those to sort of manage traffic, because I do love using mods. As you can see here, we've got the traffic tools essentials, which is just a better traffic light mod. So we'll use that in the next episode as well, I think, in some of the lane connections as well. Very fun to play with, but yeah, I think that's going to be all for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys have enjoyed, I really do appreciate it if you consider leaving a like and subscribing as well, so you guys see more of these videos. But yeah, hopefully this has helped you out. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.